let a situation happen. How you react, you can tell. You start going off, start cussing, fussing, snapping your neck and everything. No, you're not in the spirit. You're reacting according to the flesh. That is not pleasing to God. No, if you're in the spirit, then the love will kick in. The joy, the peace, the long suffering, the meekness, the temperance. See, it'll start kicking in because the fruit of the spirit will start to manifest itself because you want to walk in the spirit and you want to do that which is pleasing unto God. So that's where Hebrews is telling us he is now that sharp sword. So this is his revelation to Pergamos. Remember, he didn't reveal himself like that to Smyrna, nor did he reveal himself like that to Ephesus. But here now he gets to Pergamos, he tells you, I'm the Word. And this is what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to show you a separation. I'm going to show you a difference. By the Word, I'm going to show you what's supposed to be done. Because under Constantine, they were trying to put everything together in forming this new religion. They were trying to mesh and say, we were all okay. We're all on one accord. We're of one heart. We're all worshiping the same. No, we weren't. It's not the same. And this is where his revelation of himself as the Word to show, I'm going to make a separation. I'm going to show you where it's separated. Any questions or comments over this first part? Ephesians 6 also brings that out about having the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Any questions, comments over this first part? All right, the exhortation. This is what I love about God. He'll always build you up before he tells you the truth. He will let you know the good parts. You got some good parts. They had some good parts. He said, I know your works. That is the word faith. I know your works, your faith, which led you to salvation. I know it. That's why I tell you all, don't think that you've done something that God doesn't already know. He knows. You might fake it till you make it with me, but you can't fake it with God. He knows. If you got a real relationship with him, he knows. If you just religious, he knows. You can't just fake it till you, well, I'm going to sneak in on so-and-so. They're going to go in and I'm going to go in right behind. No, you don't get into this turnstile. If you don't have the blood of Christ applied to your life, you don't get in. Not here. No, you don't make it into this celestial city. You don't get that ride into the clouds to be with him forever. No, you don't get that. Not without the blood. Because without the blood, you don't get up. On that great, what the old people used to say, that great getting up morning. Amen. You're not getting up. Not without the blood applied. You're going to stay right there. Because you got every weight in sin still weighing you down. No, you didn't have the blood to get it removed. So you can lay aside every weight and every sin which does so easily beset you. Hebrews 12. You got to get rid of that stuff. So he said, I know your works, that which you did from faith unto salvation. He also tells them, I know you're in a tough place because you dwell in Satan's seat. What did we just say about the history? When we were talking about the history, we talked about all these gods, but this one particular God we talked about. And this was Zeus. Zeus was the old god of Olympus. He is the god of all gods. Zeus is the man. You know, he is it. Zeus dominates, runs all of the other gods on Mount Olympus. That's the one that they worship. And that's where they dwell. That's where Pergamos was. They had a big old, and it's still, if you ever go online and just type in Zeus and type in Pergamos, there's a big temple there of Zeus sitting with his hands folded, supposed to be in judgment. Oh, it is humongously big because it's supposed to be the seat of Zeus. And you come to the feet. If I was standing, his toe is bigger than this church. One of the toes. That's how big this thing is. It is colossal, huge, made out of marble. That's what we were talking about, how they're marble throughout all the city. It was such a beautiful city to look at. And it had authority. Why did it have authority? Because Zeus was there. The chief god of worship was there, along with all the other Nero and the rest of the emperors that called themselves gods, just like the pharaohs did. They were all there. And here they were now. They dwelt there. This is where the church of Pergamos was, in that place. This is why I say to you sometimes, you're Pergamos. Because sometimes where you dwell, you physically think Satan is there. You say your boss, your supervisor, the own people, you say that must be Satan, has to be. He has you in Pergamos for a reason. You are there for a reason, to be light in the midst of darkness. And what you have to take with you every day is the word. Every day you have to take the word. Because they're talking, doing, acting stuff after their father. After the God that they serve. So you're vexed with this all the time. The conversation, the attitudes, the things that they say. They don't want to hear about Christ, but you've got to show them Christ. And when you get an opportunity every once in a while, you jab them with Christ. You take that sword and you show it. You display it. You put it out there. You let them see what you stand for. This was Pergamos. They're at the seat, this big old worship place, this big old temple that's given to Zeus. Here, church was, that was supposed to worship the Lord Jesus Christ. And Jesus reveals himself to them and says, I am the Word. I am the Word to you. And that's what you need to be to them. Me, the Word. You need to reveal me to them as the living Word. Don't go by what they're worshiping. I know you're dwelling where Satan's seat is. I know that that's what you're in the high place. But you can overcome. You could do this if you just trust in the Word. Jesus himself, being the Word, trusted in the Word. Matthew 4, Luke 4, when Satan was tempting him, what did he say each and every time? It is written. He didn't trust in himself. He trusted in the Word. He said, it is written. And each and every time, God took him out of the temptation, delivered him from the situation. So how in the world are we going to survive without the Word? But we try. We think we can make it in and of our own strength. You better get in His Word. You better stay in His Word. Your Word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against you. You better bring that Word back up. Every time temptation comes, I'm gonna get, no, I can't give you right now. No, I can't do it. I have to get this later. But you're going to hear something in a little while. I'm going to remind you of this. I can't give it to you yet, but you're going to see it later. Just keep it in the back there somewhere in your mind. But it's coming back up of what you are and how God will deliver and bring you out. Even when you're dwelling in Satan's seat, even when where you are is where the center of seem like satanic worship must be going on. Because all you people, mind, heart is on, is evil. And God got you right in the midst of it. Don't throw up your hand and say, Lord, deliver me, bring me out. He can't take light to light. What good is light with light? Iron sharpens iron. That's what we're doing right now. We're sharpening each other. But we sharpen you to go back out there. Where they're dull, where they're tissue paper, where they're aluminum foil, they'll have nothing. They can't sharpen you back. But you have to sharpen them. You have to give them that sword. Where Satan's seed is, you got to. It seems like the temptation is just so intense where you are. You got to give them the word. It may be your community, maybe where you live, all type of debauchery. I remember being in the dorm when I got overseas to Germany in supply. Down this hallway, you had men running around naked, no clothes, I'm serious, wrestling in the middle of the hallway. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, drunk, naked, in the hallway. Okay. Then you go down this hallway, then you had the homosexuals, and they were doing every debauchery, anything up under the sun. Then you go down this hallway, and everybody down there was into sexual immorality. There were one girl for 11 guys. I'm serious. You get invited to the party. Friday night, they'll invite you to the party. You want to be one of the 11? There's one girl, 11 guys. They'll invite you to the party if you wanted to come. I had a good friend. He went into that mess. I told him, you got to get out of my room. I did. I told him, we can't be roommates anymore. You have to go. If you're going to participate in that, you do. Then if you went downstairs, that's where the women were supposed to be. Well, if you're on this side of the hallway, those women were men. Then you're on the other side of the hallway, those women were, yeah, okay. And if you went down there, that was the only place where you could cook. So you went down there to cook, sometimes they'd snatch you in their room. And it would be 7 girls and 1 guy. Hello? And this was going on and here I am. I'm 19 years old, just gave my life to Christ. I'm trying to live for God. And he put me in the midst of this mess. I'm like, deliver me. I'm in Pergamos. Get me out. And God said, no, I have you here on purpose. Even our major, he was a football coach. The major there would get drunk. He was married, go sleep with the women in there. All kind of stuff he was doing. But God had me to be a light. And I went in and talked to him, shared the gospel with him, till that man was in tears. Now, he was a major. I want number 1 striper. He was in tears. But God had me to do that, to give him word. They started chaining the door. They started kicking people out. They started getting people out of there. They started moving people out. The atmosphere started changing. Even he got booted. Even when he tried to make some changes, it was too late. He got booted. Put a new person in there. Things started changing. Stuff stopped happening. But somebody had to be light. And I was like, wait a minute now. I'm 19 years old, all the way from Chicago, and you're going to send me all the way over to Germany to do this? He'll send you anywhere. I told you that's why I would never sing that song and say that scripture out of Isaiah 6. Here, my Lord, send me. Because I didn't know where he sent me. I'd end up in China somewhere. I'm like, no, I don't want to go there. But if you're willing, he'll send you. And where he sends you, it might be dark. But he wants you to be light, to be an example, to make a difference. You got to. You may be going off to college somewhere. And man, when you go and get it, man, they doing all kind of. Are you going to make a difference? Are they going to see Christ in you? And it's going to make a difference in their life. Or you going to join in with the rest of them and become part. You do. The light is gone. Or you just hide it, put it up under a bushel while you with them, and you come out on Sunday. Oh, no, that light is going dim. Real quick. Pretty soon, it's going to be off. Can't keep doing that. It's got to stay on. And it's got to burn bright for them to see. He said, I know where you're dwelling. I know where you are. I know. You're in Satan's seat, but it's okay. I got something for that. He tells them to hold fast. Because they've not denied him. Somebody get Matthew 10:33. Matthew 10:33. Somebody read that for us, please.
But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
They didn't deny him. So even though we're in Satan's seat, we did our works unto salvation. We're dwelling in Satan's seat. Man, they doing everything. They do. I just read in the newspaper today, one of the young men from Lowndes County, Clemens, played football, University of Georgia, been suspended for the first game. Why? Got with one of the other boys, started to get blunt, man. I'm fit in with everybody else. See, away from home. Got the smell, got out. The RA called in on him. They didn't find anything there because they had finished it. But they had to fess up because the smell was there. It's not cologne. Come on, y'all. Ain't no better than that. So they had to fess up. So guess what? He's suspended for the first game. And he was the MVP all-defensive player for last year for the University of Georgia. See, you get caught up. You start denying him. You're supposed to be in Christ. You got to stay there. He will keep you. I know temptations all around. I know everything is there. It's exposing everything to you possibly can. But you got to stay strong. If Jesus Christ is Lord of your life, you've got to stay strong. Because when you give in, just that one time is all it takes. And he got you. He will pull you all the way in. And before you know it, you up to your nose and stuff. And you wonder where it came from. And now you trying to get out. Got you. You have to stay strong. I know where you're dwelling. I know what you're going through. I know what's happening to you. I know where I've placed you. And I placed you there on purpose. He could have put the church someplace else. He put it in Pergamos. On purpose. To be a light in the midst of darkness. The very seat where Zeus's temple was, where Satan was right there, God was right there too. He said, will you trust me? Will you trust me to work in you? Then I don't care how the temptation is. I don't care what the temptation is. You can have a problem with alcoholism and they go build a liquor store right next door to you. You go like, oh man, what'd you do that for? That was one of your vices. Can you stay away? And can you be a light in the midst of that darkness? You got a problem with fornication. They go take the kiddie place, put it right down the street from you. And you just got $51 bill. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on, don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. What you gonna do? Can you say no? And mean it? Come on, y'all know I'm real. Because we got to keep it that way. There's no way you're going to get delivered. You can't sugarcoat something. Temptation is temptation. That's our problem. We think we can handle the temptation. And we're falling on our face. Because why? We won't talk. We won't deal with each other. We won't talk and get strength from one another. I can stand this alone. Okay. Keep on. Watch. You become a hermit if you want to. You're not going to make it. You will fall flat on your face. And then you'll ask us to pick you up. But we could have helped you not to fall. You don't have to fall. God is able. So he said, hold fast. Don't deny me. That's the key. You cannot deny Christ. Even though you're where Satan dwells, you cannot deny Christ. Because the very time you do, Satan's got you. And you're through. Because he's going to hammer it home. And he's going to take you right at it. And you're finished. Because that's what he does. John 10, read it. He has only 3 purposes. Steal, kill, and destroy. That's it. Jesus said, I came that you might have life, and that you might have life more abundantly. See, I came for a different reason. I came to give you life. He came to take your life. So the choice is yours. Choose. Deuteronomy 8, life or death. You choose. He said, then he whispered and said, choose life. He told you which one to choose. I mean, I would give you a quiz, but I'm going to give you the answer. Choose life. Yeah. That's what God did. So how much do we have to hold on to Christ and not deny him so that the world can see Christ in us? When you do that, sometimes things are going to happen.